Clement's Homebrew coming at you with a beer review. It's starting to sprinkle, so I had to throw my hat on top of on the camera. All right, we're sticking with this little series I'm starting, showing off some of these everyday rogue ales that are turning out pretty good. And this one right here is the Newport Daze. It's a hazy pale ale, and of course Rogue being out of Newport, Oregon. This is made with 2-row rolled oats and white wheat. So it's going to be a lighter beer that shouldn't have any caramel flavors because there's no caramel or crystal malts in there. It's made with, in terms of hops, Sabro and Dorado. So I would hope to get maybe a little coconut off that, as well as some fruitiness, maybe a little citrus. And the yeast is, again, one of my favorite yeasts when it comes to the hazy styles. It's from Imperial yeast. It's the A38 juice. That's a great one. So let's go ahead and get this cracked open. All right, there we go. We got a nice one finger head. I see some bubbles rising up. It is hazy. It's a light orangey color, so I don't know how much better to describe that, but it is orange, but it's on the more pale side of that, if you will. It's like a light orange juice kind of a look, isn't it? All right, let's get the nose. All right, it's a faint scent, but that's partly because it's really cold right now. It just came out of the fridge. Boy, I do get that hazy, meaning that I'm getting the wheat aspect and the oat aspect coming out in terms of the malts. But in terms of the nose, very light, but I would say right away I'm getting some peach quality, and I'm getting like a light citrus quality, and it does strike me that it has some of that coconut in there. And already it's as it's going to warm a little, I get a bit more of those stone fruits. Mostly it's really all peach coming off of that again. And that's interesting, just like I had with the beer the other day from them, their double IPA, Colossal Clod. It has more of a tangerine type orange quality to it. So as this warms, I'll see what other notes I get in terms of the nose, but I'm going to jump on in for taste, so cheers. And there goes one of those Nike Jets again. This is a 5.5% ABV and 35 IBUs, and much like the Colossal Clod, which is a much bigger beer, being an Imperial IPA, I have to comment that it's very smooth, a very balanced beer. I'm still getting that light coconut quality, which I love from the Sabro hops. I get a little bit of a citrus quality. In the taste, though, it's not so much the nose of the tangerine, but it is a light citrus. Almost felt like I got a hint of grapefruit. Doesn't really make sense for the hops that are in this, but it is definitely stone fruit quality. And it is peach and peach pit all the way. And I gotta say, I feel like I get just the lightest hint of like that mint quality that Sabro can throw as well, which is kind of fun. You don't always pick up on that. It's just lightly sweet, you know, and very smooth, as I said. It's fairly well carbonated. It's medium, but it's on that high end of it. And the mouthfeel is going to be a low medium or high on the low end, whichever you want to call it. But I'd say a low medium mouthfeel. But I'm so impressed at how easy drinking this beer is. I've got to say, I'm going to take a little time with this, and I'll be back with some numbers. It's kind of fun. It's as you really play with it around in your mouth a bit, it does have a little bit of bitterness at that 35 IBUs. I mean, there is some, and on the backside, you're picking up this grassy quality, which is kind of different, kind of fun. As you play with it a little bit, you can almost get like just a hint of a kiwi type of a quality going on as well. Yeah, for a light ale, like a pale, a hazy pale. I love that description. I mean, it's a very good description. You're really getting a lot of juicy qualities for something that feels so almost thin, I would say. I mean, not thin, but like it goes down very light on the palate. It almost feels like it's more like 4.5% ABV. Yeah, you feel like you could just pound these things. It would remind me of something on the upper end scale up in the UK or something. It's been a fun day here on the deck. Might throw an image in. We've had a duck up here on the deck quite a bit today. Had a blue heron just off the edge on the other side of the fence over here. It's been very, very active. And we got a hummingbird at the feeder. Well, how are we going to rate this one? It's not really what I would call a New England IPA, but that's probably the closest category that you can get. I mean, really, it kind of breaks the mold being a hazy pale ale. I might have to come up with a West Coast hazy as a category for rating. It's not going to rate like these East Coast heavy hitters that are just actually sometimes have a lot of burn quality because there's so much hops in it. And in some senses, I almost like this better because it is just so easy to drink and so light, no burn whatsoever. This could easily be an everyday drinker for someone that's into hazies. I got to rate it pretty well. I'm going to give it 88 in terms of style. So overall, I just love the ease of drinking. The value on this is wonderful. Like I said, I think I got a 24-pack for 28 bucks, so like $1.25, something like that. So great value. And that was a mixed case of Rogue, but really good value. And it's just drinking so nice. So overall, I'm going to give it a little bit higher score again. I'm going to go 89 just because I appreciate it so much. Here it is again. It's the Newport Daze by Rogue Ales out of Newport, Oregon. I'd say give this one a go. I'm enjoying it. I'd just say this is just one to enjoy. Sit back, have a few of them, especially on a nice warm day. This is Kevin at Clemson saying life's too short to drink cheap beer, and I'll see you on the next beer review.